In this video, I am going to be introducing you to the next assignment that you have, which is your Curated Lesson Resources project, and just giving you a little overview of what this project really is. You can read all these directions on the project description page, which you know where to find, but I just wanted to share with you kind of an overview. So you are going to be collecting 10 resources using Listly, and this video shows how to put this Listly Chrome extension on your browser to make it easier. You can launch that. But you are going to be looking for resources that could possibly be used in your HyperDocs lesson for your students to use. So as we've been talking about multimedia things, you need to be looking for all kinds of different resources: images, videos, websites, simulations, games, all kinds of different things, because you're going to be needing to include at least 4 different types of resources in your lesson plan. And so I give you some suggestions here about what kinds of things, but you need to keep in mind that these are things that students are using. So they're either going to be learning content on websites or videos or podcasts or whatever. They're going to be applying content, which could be through games or through different assessment things that they could play or that they could go through. And then you can also include tools that students might use to create something. So you are going maybe a Canva poster or something like that. But I recommend that you actually use the majority of your resources to link for content that your students are going to learn. I give a caution right here because you will get these wrong. Do not include worksheets or things that look like worksheets or units from online somewhere or the Teachers Pay Teacher store. Do not include those things. That is not what this is about. This is for you to critically evaluate the content that is online. So if you are a history teacher, you might evaluate a certain section of the History Channel website or National Geographic website, and it can be a specific page on there. Now, if you do want to put some teacher resources for you to get ideas and just be able to collect them all in one place, that's totally fine, but they are just extras. You do not get to count those. And so if you want to add them to the end of your Listly, then that will be fine. If you want to number your other ones so I can see which ones are the 10, that would be fine. Just make it easily differentiated so I can see which ones you're counting and which ones you're just collecting. Or if you want to use another platform to collect teacher resources for you to get ideas, like teachers who have done similar lessons in their class, if they do a blog post or if they do an online lesson plan, if you want to collect those in a different platform or on the same one, either one of those things is fine with me. But just know that the 10 resources that you review for your students and collect for them need to be for students only. Now, for each resource, you're going to do the following, and there's a video made specifically for this, so I'm not going to tell you exactly, but you are going to include a description and a rationale for each one of those. And in this video is really how to do that on Listly. And so, but this is to help me understand how you're actually going to use the resource possibly in your lesson plan. So we're going to start this in week 11, but if you can already have in your mind thinking about what content focus you're going to have for your HyperDocs lesson, this will make it a whole lot easier for you. But you need to have a rationale for this, because I don't want you just to collect things because they look really neat or they're cool. I want you to really critically evaluate this information for your students. And then you're also going to add your curated lesson resources to your in my classroom page. So if I go over here to the example portfolio, go down to the curated lesson resources, it tells what you're supposed to have here. So you're going to discuss the value of curating or collecting and previewing resources for students. So this will be after you've already critically evaluated several websites with that spreadsheet, and talk about how that's valuable for students and for you as a teacher to know that that content is valuable for the lesson. You're also going to give a short introduction of the Listly that you collected. So you'll say something like, I use Listly to collect different websites for my students to explore the content, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And you might explain a couple of different ones of those. And then you need to link your Listly to the keyword within your paragraph. Don't have a URL strung across your page. This really isn't something that we can embed because it messes up the rest of the web page. I've tried that before. And so we're just going to link it there. You also need to make sure, just like with every other project you've done, you need to make sure and make a copy of the scoring guide, put your name on it, move it to your shared folder, and that's where I will give your feedback. Now you can see a preview of it right here, and I need you to fill the highlighted portions in before you turn it in. And so that is really important because sometimes people turn things in and then I don't have these. And if I don't have it, then I can't grade it. The other thing that you are going to do, which I will add here, I haven't done it yet, is you are going to turn this in on Blackboard as well. And this, you will turn in the link to your scoring guide and your Listly link as well. So that is just a brief overview of the curated lesson resources. So you can get started on that, and it will be due next week.